Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to WFSO Bus Talk. We're going to talk about tonight's game that kind of ended like maybe like almost a little bit over an hour ago. The reason I'm doing it this time because like I'm trying to hurry up and do this before we go back to doing WFSO after dark. Um, when it's like gets to I won't say what it gets to, but Brandy had got prepared to like record for that show, which is going to be exclusively for Spotify listeners. So it'll be for you guys. But it was something I didn't get a chance to talk about yesterday, which I'm going to talk about now, which is WFSO exclusive. So before I jump into like the Bucks and Pistons, I'm gonna jump onto that. Um, WFSO exclusive is exclusively for YouTube, for our YouTube channel. So you get to, watch some of the matches that were recorded from where we're at certain like locations. So it's gonna start. You're gonna see like the matches starting. Well, I would say season premiere will be starting April 22nd, Saturday, April 22nd. So just kick off with my birthday week by, doing that. So we might end up doing some specials for like that weekend from the Monday. I think that's the 17th, all the way up to Sunday, April 23rd. We're probably gonna end up doing some live videos and maybe like a podcast. But for you guys that's like listening on the podcast, we probably gonna have like a something for a week for you guys listen to as well. But if you want to look at like like wrestling matches and some Milwaukee Bucks content besides like on here on the podcast, you can also go on Twitch, look for WFSO on Twitch, and listen to that. And also you can go on WFSO on YouTube. So if y'all want to catch up like past videos and things like that, you can just join that channel and we watch because we are trying to get subscribers. So we'll see. But like I said, we'll do like a week or something for you guys that's listening on the podcast. So gonna try to do something for you guys. Um, let's see. But yes, Saturday, April 22nd, will be the return of exclusively on our YouTube page. So should be good. Okay, now let's talk about this game that they did like a little bit of a run before the Bucks had a little bit of a run, to end the game. And like the first half, they were doing good as always, but it's just that third quarter, it seems like they be slipping and they almost, came back and they made the game like as close as like by 2 points, just making like a little bit of runs and stuff. And although that the bench wasn't doing all that good, but I do got to commend Gordon Dragic that made his debut with 3 assists. So he got like one assist off the bat and then had a few more during the game. So yeah, just gotta give him his props. But like once again, like the kind of like the bench didn't do much. Like the highest was like Pat Connaughton with like 7 points. So yeah, it just kind of sucks that I know the bench was doing stuff like getting rebounds and trying to be like defensively, but yeah. And the crazy thing, like you got five players from the Pistons that's in double figures, well, except for Isaiah Livers, but he scored, a decent number. But they seem like they only went with a 9-man rotation. So yeah, just and I think Bucks just played like almost everybody. But then again, Giannis and Drew were out of the game. Drew for personal reasons, and Giannis Antetokounmpo, they just wanted to rest him for that ankle. No, no, his sore knee. I'm sorry, it's his knee. Don't get what I was saying, but oh wow, the other game that need to be pay attention to is going on, like Philly and Denver. They at halftime right now, but we will talk about the scores and stuff in a bit. But anyways, but Detroit was really hustling, and they were doing like pretty good, like in the third quarter and some of the fourth quarter. So they could have gave us a run. So yeah, but like with their players, they got like okay, a couple of players that's out. Kay Cunningham, Isaiah Stewart out for the rest of the season. Bojan Bogdanovic is out. Alice Burke is out. Emmanuel Diablo is out. And for us, besides Drew and Giannis, Myers Leonard is still out. So I think it was something with his, probably his ankle. I believe he probably was the one with the ankle issues. But anyways, they kind of they kind of did okay with the 3-point defense. Like they only let Detroit shoot like 7 of 24 from three, and the Bucks were 14 of 44 from three. And as for the turnovers, the Bucks actually did pretty good on the turnovers. They only had 8 compared to Detroit's 10. And so yeah, like Detroit did really had a lot of people hurt. It's just crazy. And they got like they got like one person from the bench that really like did some damage. While us, it just wasn't enough. And it seems like they just couldn't hit like good 3-pointers. But then again, let them get a chance, the opportunity to get home, and they probably will be like hitting them. But although they doing good on the road this season, but they got to do a little bit better. But there's some games, that they should have won, but just didn't. Just like the Denver game that they should have won, but they didn't. So yeah, insane. So we're gonna go to the stats. We're gonna start with the Bucks. Chris Middleton had the game high, not just the team high, but the game high. 34 points, 5 assists, 8 rebounds. Terrible 1 of 7 from three, but good 13 of 23 from the field. Bobby Portis with a double double started for Giannis, 21 points, 1 block. He should have had 2, but then again, it was the right call for them to call that on Bobby Portis because he had a hand on, I think it was Ivy, I believe, on his back. 2 assists, 14 rebounds, so 3 offensive. 3 of 7 from three, 7 of 14 from the field. Brook Lopez with 24 points. Like I say, he stepped up in the first quarter. He stepped up all through the game exactly. So I'm just glad they actually played him and stuff. Especially they didn't play him in Denver, so they played him more. Had like a little over 34 minutes, but 24 points, 2 blocks, one steal, two assists, 14 rebounds. So he had a double double as well. Five offensive rebounds, 0 of 1 from three, but 8 of 11 from the field. Javon Carter, what a scoring terror that he was. Like I said, did pretty good with the 3-point shooting and also with some field goals, which was pretty good as well. So good for him, and hopefully he'll be, that starting spark plug from the bench when it comes to the playoffs. He had 22 points, two assists, one rebound, 6 of 7 from three, 8 of 15 from the field. And, that's pretty much it. But either, the players score like none or 2, 4, and 3 and 7. So yeah, the like I said, the bench didn't do much, but they were active like in defensive and a block and stuff like that. So I guess that's all that I guess that's all it means. But yeah, too bad Maja Beauchamp didn't get the chance to play, but what more can you do? Or AJ Green. Could have been something. Now to the Detroit stats. Got Isaiah Livers with 9 points, two assists, 6 rebounds, only 1 of 1 from three, 4 of 5 from the field. Marvin Bagley the third with 16 points, one steal, two assists, 9 rebounds, 1 of 2 from three, 6 of 11 from the field. James Wiseman with 14 points, one steal, one assist, 6 rebounds. He had three offensive, 0 of 1 from three, but 5 of 12 from the field. So kind of, kind of a little bit of defensive they were playing with him. So only had like 20 minutes. Javen Ivey had the team high of 32 points, 8 assists, 8 rebounds. So near triple double for him. 3 of 6 from three, 9 of 19 from the field. And Killian Hayes with 14 points, two steals, 5 assists, 3 rebounds, 0 of 3 from three, but 6 of 17 from the field. And the only person on their bench that that did some damage for the Pistons is Jalen Duren. 18 points, one steal, 3 assists, 10 rebounds, so double double for him. 6 offensive rebounds, 8 of 11 from the field. So yeah, the next time the Bucks play will be this Wednesday, around the same time, 6 o'clock on Bally, Bally Sports, Wisconsin, or wherever y'all at. It probably will be. No, I don't think they're playing like any other ones. Or if you got the lead pass, you can see it through there. But yeah, before we talk about a little bit of Indiana, just a little bit, but Milwaukee win the series sweep, the season series sweep with Detroit, 4 games to none. And right now with the Pacers, like they're 2 games to 1. So just be good, to win one in Indiana. So that's another must win for these guys. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna go to the standings, and I know it's probably not even active because it's like 5 games that's still going on. Let's see here. Okay, there's some new things that's going on and in the East, but not in the West. So although the Bucks got like 7 games to go after tonight, there's still some teams that got like 8 games to go, or they got or 7. So start from the West first with standings. Houston lost their last 6. Of course, they're eliminated. San Antonio Spurs lost their last 4. They're eliminated. Um, Portland Trailblazers lost their last 2. Utah Jazz lost their last 3, and Dallas Mavericks won their last game. And I know Dallas need to hurry up and try to get into play-in. But now we're gonna start from 10-1 in the West. Oklahoma City Thunder won their last game. They're in 10th. Los Angeles Lakers. Oh, they also tied with Oklahoma City Thunder. They lost their last game. They're in 9th. New Orleans Pelicans won their last 4. They're in 8th. Minnesota Timberwolves won their last 3. They're in 7th. Golden State Warriors lost their last game. They're in 6th. LA Clippers, they lost their last game. They dropped back to 5th. Phoenix is back up to 4 with their last win. Sacramento Kings won their last 2. Memphis Grizzlies won their last 6. They clinched their division and they're in 2nd. And Denver Nuggets, I know they're currently playing the Philadelphia 76ers right now, but the first team in the West that got to 50 wins, and they clinched their division as well with winning their last 3. And I think they tied for the third best record in the NBA right now. So they're also playing with the other team that's tied with them, and that's Philadelphia. Okay, now the East is going to be a little bit different because a team already clinched the playoff berth. So let's start with them. Um, Detroit Pistons lost their last 6. They're tied for the biggest losing streak in the NBA right now. They're eliminated from the playoffs. Charlotte Hornets won their last 2, but still eliminated from the playoffs. Orlando Magic won their last 3. Indiana Pacers lost their last 3. Washington Wizards lost their last game, and now we're going to start from 10-1. Chicago Bulls won their last 2. They're in 10th. Toronto Raptors and Atlanta Hawks are tied with Atlanta Hawks with the lead over them by let's see. I just say by home wins, and I think the season series that I think Atlanta is up on them too. Toronto Raptors won their last 2. They're in 9th, and Atlanta lost their last game. They're in 8th. A 2-way tie for the 6th seed. You got Miami that's in 7th. They lost their last game, and Brooklyn Nets lost their last game as well. New York Knicks in 5th. They won their last game, and I think it seems like from the East, like I think everything is gonna like there gonna be a couple of parts that's gonna be like moving along, but I think the top 4 will stay the same, unless you know that Philadelphia makes like a big drop and drop to 4th. Yeah, you never know. Cleveland Cavaliers won their last 4. They're in 4th, and they clinched the playoff berth. Philadelphia 76ers lost their last 2. Um, they're in 3rd, and they clinched the playoff berth. Boston Celtics in second. Won their last 3. And of course, the Milwaukee Bucks the number one seed and the best record in the NBA. They won their last game, and they're 2 games ahead of Boston, and right now 4.5 ahead of Philadelphia. So yeah, let's talk. Let's go to the scores. But yeah, like I said, there's 5 games that's still going on right now. Oh, okay. If the Kings win tonight, they get to clinch the playoff berth, and they're going against Minnesota. Okay. Talk about that in a bit. Not right now. The fourth quarter, Phoenix is beating Utah 91-83. Third quarter with 9:38 left in the game. Philadelphia losing to Denver. And Philly is without Joe Embiid, 59-67. That's currently on NBA TV. Okay, the second quarter with 4:22 left. The Pelicans are leading Portland 49-31. The second quarter, with 5:08 to go, Minnesota leading Sacramento 47-39. First quarter with 6:10 left. Chicago is leading the LA Clippers 17-16. Of course, the final score with the Bucks and Pistons, 126-117, Milwaukee over Detroit. Um, Final with the Dallas and Indiana. Dallas winning 127-104, and Houston lost to the New York Knicks 115-137. So, like I said, the next game that's going to be going on will be for the Bucks going against the Indiana Pacers. So, I think both teams get a break. So, get a day off or something. Yeah, a day off. So, yeah, we'll see how that happens. Um, Thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys that's watching on Twitch. Please let people know that we're talking about Milwaukee Bucks, and we're also talking about pro wrestling as well. So it should be fun. And for thank you guys that's on Spotify that's listening to us. Like I said, probably in a few minutes we're probably gonna get right to WFSO after dark. So stay tuned for that. For you guys on YouTube, like the video, please like. Subscribe to the channel. We're over 300 subscribers, and we're trying to get more. Um, and also, like I said, like, subscribe, and check out our past videos. We're on wrestling content and talk about wrestling, and also Milwaukee Bucks content as well. So get a chance, check that out. Also, thank our sponsors, Art from the Heart. Check them out on Facebook. Moving Dudes, if you're in Wisconsin, like trying to move like in the county or within the state, there'll be ones you can talk to. Call Sean at the number is 414-807-4299. So, and plus, like, both places are sponsoring our upcoming event that's going on in August. So check out the website, wrestlingfanspeakout.weebly.com. Probably going to talk about more about the event on there. So get a chance, check out the website again. It's www.wrestling.weebly.com. Thank you guys for listening, and thank you guys for watching. Until the next podcast, which for you guys, it'll probably will be like probably a matter of minutes. And for you guys, probably the next time I probably will see you, unless something important comes on, will be Wednesday. So until then, y'all have a good night.